In this video, we have multiple different cybersecurity and oil penny stocks to discuss, and some of these plays nobody else is talking about as war news is escalating with Iran and Israel. These are the hottest stocks in the entire market that actually can have a very nice run. Drop a quick like for me on this video if you are enjoying this content. I have a 1 million share cybersecurity play that has no dilution, is setting up a double bottom on the weekly and the daily chart. As you can see right here, also has customers including MasterCard, which is a $430 billion company. Also has IKEA as a customer, a $20 billion company. You can see right here they also have other multi-billion-dollar clients listed right here other than MasterCard and IKEA. And one thing to realize is that the 52-week high is sitting at $15, and right now this one is trading at $1.30, so no risk of delisting or anything like that. Just secured a very big agreement just over 1 month ago. They secured a very big contract with a very big organization that has 800 employees and 17 different locations. A lot is going on with this company. I'm going to be discussing other cybersecurity and oil plays. Some of these oil plays are profitable, have no dilution. All these have no dilution in the last year or something like that, and have a very small float. So you definitely want to watch this entire videos so you do not miss out on these very important plays. First stock I want to talk about very briefly, cybersecurity play that is gaining a lot of momentum, and then I'm going to talk about the 1 million share float company that has not even ran yet and can have a parabolic type run. So ticker SPCB. If you are my subscriber, I've been covering this one in multiple different videos. Just had this on a video just a week or two ago. This one is up 20%. Does have this wall just under 20 or just around 26 cents. Could be another potential after hours runner. Is 3:51 p.m. right now. Just depends on these war headlines. And follow me on Twitter at 6K_investor. Do post some very nice small cap and OTC trading ideas, but we have to talk about some very key information coming up with SPCB. So they did use their second extension and they were granted that, but they do have until September 9th to regain compliance. So if they do not get the price up to $1 plus organically and remain over that for 10 trading days before this deadline, they will be forced to do a reverse stock split. So that's the very big concern right now, but this is a play that fits the theme. You have this tiny $7 million market cap right now with $7 million in cash, $45 million in assets, and they do have 36 months of cash left based on a very small quarterly cash burn rate of under 600,000. Just had last financials had record financials coming out with $7 million revenue and $800,000 in net profit with $24 million in working capital. So I have been posting about this one for a very long time. Just posted about it last week as well. You can see I posted this back in June. So I did call this one very early. This one is finally running. So this is really nice to see. But one stock we have to talk about, a cybersecurity play with a very small float. So this one has a 1.7 million share float, and you can see is setting up a double bottom on the daily right here. Looking on the weekly, you can see is setting up that double bottom on the weekly as well. And if this one does get noticed, I think we can see a very big move. It just depends if that does happen. Volume is low right now, but 1 year ago this one was trading at $15. And one thing really good about this one is there's no reverse split concern, as this one is already trading over $1. We have to talk about some very key information. It does have positive operating cash flow, and like I said, 35 million active users using their authentication device. And just one month ago secured this very big agreement center that has 17 locations and 800 employees, and they just had record revenue. I'm going to talk about this one. This one is very big. We're going to see in the last few quarters they have not diluted any shares. The outstanding share count is sitting at 1.8 million shares, so that's nice to see. I want to show you right here that is very key, as they just got some very massive contracts and agreements that could further enhance their revenue. So you can see just 1 year ago, comparing the financials that just came out to 1 year ago for the same quarter, they did the exact same amount of revenue, $2.2 million, right? So you can see that, but they did lose $1.7 million. But for this quarter that just came out for Q1 2024, they only lost $500,000. So not only was revenue the most it's ever been in the last few quarters, the last 3 or 4 quarters, they had record margins as well just had these very big agreements. We're going to talk about these very briefly. See, BioKey secures Los Angeles LGBT centers IT systems with seamless badge tap authentication solutions. So June 25th, that Los Angeles LGBT center that has 17 locations and nearly 800 employees has selected BKYI's Portal Guard, which is a platform for secure, streamlined desktop sign-in that meets regulatory and insurance compliance requirements. BioKey actually has a few different products. BioKey International is a leading provider of fingerprint biometric identification, secure mobile credentialing, and user identity verification solutions. So these can be used as biometrics for fingerprints, as well as many other solutions to protect user identity with a very secure verification method, but still easy to use. They create identity bound biometrics, so you don't even need passwords for your phones or other devices. So not even 1 month ago, their latest PR advances zero trust initiative for city infrastructure and data with BioKey identity bound biometrics. So revenue and margins are going up, record financials are, and margins are starting to show some very aggressive improvement as they just secure these big agreements. So that's some very key information, as well as being in one of the hottest sectors right now. So this is one that hasn't ran yet, and if it does get noticed, could easily see a very big run considering the 1.7 million share float. And one thing they did, they actually compared themselves to other cybersecurity plays in the sector, including these $20 billion and $15 billion companies. You have OKTA, a $15 billion company, CYBR, a $10 billion company, and CHKP, which is a $20.5 billion company. And they actually compared themselves, BKYI, this $2 million penny stock, to these other big players in the industry. And you can see BKYI trades at 0.04x for their price compared to their 2023 revenue, compared to the average of 7x for basically these other big name players or this industry. So that was actually very nice to see. They're actually outdoing them in this aspect. And something else that further increases their valuation, they have 18 US patents, including 3 that were recently issued. And BKYI BioKey International is one to watch that really could have a massive run when volume does come in. One thing to realize, they do have 500,000 cash, it looks like, or $690,000 in cash on hand right now. So that is getting kind of low as a concern, but they did just have financials coming out, so this is accurate. As these war headlines continue to come out, we have INDO, which went up 65% today, went up 60%, is up 6% in after hours. So we're going to look at MARPS, as oil plays are very hot. This one does have a very small 1 million share float, a 1.6 million share float, and trading at $4.26. You can see, according to dilution tracker, no dilution, has not actually diluted since 2016. So this is one that does have positive operating cash flow. So this is one that did go up 10% today, but can see a very big run if these wars do actually, go into an all-out war with Iran and Israel, and as these headlines continue to get worse if they do. So MARPS, Marine Petroleum Trust, trading at $4.26. You can see they actually do have, according to this, positive net income and do have revenue coming in. Right here is my top oil play that has not even ran yet. Does have a very small 1 million share float, a tiny $7 million, $8 million market cap, positive operating cash flow. Does have a very nice balance sheet as well. Looks like they do have no liabilities at all. This is Marine Petroleum Trust, MARPS. If you want to see my posts when I'm not uploading, follow me on StockTwits and on Twitter. It's the same name, 6K_investor. Did call out MARPS. This one did go up, was up 12% at one point, is up 6% right now. And guys, something to realize, when the market is crashing, when we have days like we did today, this is when you load up on these growth stocks and these long-term holds. So I did actually buy a lot of Ethereum. I actually bought Bitcoin, and I also bought NVIDIA when it did go under $100, actually around $97 or $98. Added that, and added shares of Nvidia. And my main buys today were PLTR, Tesla, and Hood, so HOOD, which is Robinhood. So PLTR did bounce up 30% after this. I actually did buy them, all of these, this morning. So you guys just remember, these penny stocks are not long-term holds. You should be putting a very small percentage of your portfolio into these high-risk plays, and you should have a growth portfolio where you are actually making real investments. Just keep that in mind, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about these plays and any other plays you're watching.